Hello and welcome to CGL multi-tier tournament tier 4 finals between the Outcast and BeachHouse vibes. Should be a good match for us today. My name is Maza, joined by Huntertain, and dude, Outcast, the number 8 seed, coming all the way to the grand final. Had to play in a play-in match even to even participate in the quarters. Our opponents, BeachHouse vibes, number 2 seed. Had to win too much to get here right now. I'm very interested to see what goes down here. You see the Outcast actually have to take out the number 1 seed who was descendants of Egg which is a big deal. When you end up knocking off the number 1 seed in your quarterfinal match, also taking out the number 5 seed, it's a tremendous, way to get here. Complete railroaders, completely unexpectedly here in the grand finals. What more really needs to be said?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Outcast had a great start to the season. They fell a little flat in that second half, but they got through, like you said, in the play-in match, and just like that, they've made their way to the finals. I don't think too many people expected that. Looking at the spreadsheet, you wouldn't imagine they had made it this far, but it just goes to show that they're a strong team. And like I said, both these teams are the only team to defeat that first seed, Descendants of Eggs. So I'd say both these teams are on par with each other. And if I were an expert, which I'm not, I'd say we are in for a long night tonight.
Well, that's exactly what you do like to hear people say before you get to a series like this. It will be first to 4, unlike the regular season, which was play 4 matches, I guess, or the rest of the playoffs. So to our first of 3, first to 4 this time around for grand finals. Love to see that. So we'll be kicking it off now with Li Jiang Tower. What do you expect both teams to be running? People on this is also the Brig nerfs. Brig changes maybe if you want to be kind of technical, have gone through, or we'll be seeing some Brigs today.
It would not surprise me much to see Briggs still been played quite a lot on the ladder. I don't know too much about how it's been running in scrims, but I'd imagine there's no way we see none of it. Like I'd imagine, like up until this point, weeks on end, teams have been basically practicing with Brig, I would assume, nonstop. And the patch has only been in for a couple of days, so you can imagine how much is it really going to switch up their play style, or if people are still using that Tracer Ash or Double Shield.
It's interesting that you say like the play style though, because the style of Brig previously was you would give your Tracer, you give your energy, you give your Echo the repair pack, so they have the extra armor going in. Now it's a bit different. I actually do find now that Brig gets your ultimate quicker. Because you have the healing and the armor wasn't providing additional ultimate charge, so that's definitely a factor for sure. But yeah, it's definitely more of a playstyle change now for Brig, but she's still, as my boy Samito will tell you, she's still incredibly strong.
Yeah, Brig is still Brig. I don't think there's ever going to be a way to change that unless you just take her out of this game completely.
I brought up Genji a bit earlier as well because, obviously his buffs have been live now for a bit. Do you think to see some Cyborg Ninja in this match?
Oh, absolutely. I would doubt it that we wouldn't see it. I think, like, even though the buffs have been only through for a couple days now, I think that's enough for people to realize that, yeah, this is one of the strongest DPS in the meta right now, and I can't see it not being played. I think it'd be a waste to not see Genji being run throughout these maps.
Yeah, definitely one of the strongest picks right now in the ladder. I think I saw his win rate was going a bit through the roof lately. Gotta love those nano blades for sure. I hope the Ana as well. Ever sleeping in nano blade again, she always feels good.
Always does.
Yeah. But yeah, going into going to be beginning with gardens here to kick things off. Pharah potentially.
Far possible. It's something that we could potentially see from BeachHouse, and as I say that, what we see right now. You see both teams kind of rocking this dive style format right now. One rocking the Genji, one running Sombra. Obviously, this could change in the next 15 seconds, but it wouldn't surprise me from either sides right now.
Yeah, you're seeing the dive come out as well. Keep in mind that the Diva buffs also went through in that last patch, so she saw some changes to defense matrix, micro missiles, overall, and the fusion cannons as well, being able to walk quicker now with firing. So she's in a much better place, definitely. But yeah, coming out, bit of a different DPS for both teams. I love to see the diversity early on.
Yeah, it's a nice little variety there, and already the scrap is coming together. Already Tamagotchi thrown right into the mix is absolutely one. He's going to get knocked down in the back area, taken out very quickly in this fight as the dive is coming through quick, trying to already section them off, and just like that, BeachHouse already starting to back out of here, down 2 people already. And I'd say this first point's going to go over to OutCasts right here.
How long you're going to be staying on that Pharah for. Being able to hold onto a point with Pharah much easier than trying to take it.
Oh, definitely. And now they've already, just like that, they already have the disadvantage. But it looks like they are going to stick with it for another push, see how that's going to work for them. But Pharah trying to find that opening for them right now. Forcing out a lot of damage right now. And now Ball going in, trying to find a pick coming in through. Shield's getting absolutely destroyed right now. Garros is going to die, though. Kyrie finally finding something right there. And just right now, you see the members of OutCast just getting melted one by one. Marvel's absolutely one. He gets hacked. He gets taken out in the process as well. 3 down already for OutCast. Everyone putting in through the work, working together here, and that's going to be a quick take, only guarding about 31% as OutCast take over. Or sorry, BeachHouse takes over.
Yeah, not bad whatsoever. And now you do have the barrage available. You have the minefield. Primal Rage going to be coming online too. So things looking pretty good right now for BeachHouse. You have the ultimate saved up to hold on this point for quite some time. Coalescence going to be available for both sides, potentially coming up soon as well.
Yep, like you said, quick there. Before the fight has even begun. Yeah, Garros taken out very early in that fight. You wonder if you want to gauge in this, and as you can see, they're starting to... They did a little half back out right now. They're all trying to get out of there. Trying to get back to safety. Gonna have to wait for Garros to come back into this fight before they can really do a full push.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get out of that one for sure. Unless you're in the possibility to refrag immediately, you're not gonna really see a team going like that. But precious seconds now, just off the Rika. That's nice kill onto the Sombra before the EMP could come out. That's absolutely massive.
Yeah, absolutely massive. We saw a barrage come out there, but just right before Cyber came through, here comes the EMP, gonna catch 4 on that one. People not only dropping light emitters, getting to 1. He's so low right now, but no one can finish him off right now as OutCasts are still holding on to this fight right here. Not very much standing left for BeachHouse right now. Tamagotchi gonna go and try to get a little bit more stall out of this, but you can't imagine they're gonna take back this point as which only the 2 1-out-1 right back on this point. Tamagotchi once again get as much time as they can. Kyrie does manage to move Garros in the end, but this point's still gonna go back over to OutCasts, but still bringing in the staggers here and there, but not gonna be a whole lot except a couple extra amounts of percentage.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a bit more on the board potentially from that stall. Nothing really they could do about it though, but it will mean that even if they do manage to get it back, they do have to have one more fight in them. So not the could be seeing a long first map here on Gardens, definitely. Primal Rage available for
oh yeah.
3D. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Alt's getting bursted out right now. Mines came through, Coalescence still popping around. No one has dropped over on the side of OutCast now still. So I said that Marvel gonna get 2, make that 3! Make that 4 right there. Marvel coming in absolutely huge for his team right there. That's gonna be an absolute wipe of BeachHouse.
Yeah, really nice use of the Death Block and be able to find 2. Got some more picks as well. Primal Rage may have been maybe a bit too much. People probably screaming no more ults in chat, potentially.
Oh yeah, definitely. A little bit of an overinvestment, especially when you lose this point. You're down to that 1 fight territory, and you're really going to be able to want that stall mechanism coming in with that Primal Rage. And now that not going to happen for this fight, this could be very punishing for them. But still, BeachHouse not really with any of their own ults as well. With Tamagotchi at the 90, we would have figured to get all out in time as Thundera they get booted right off the edge by Light Emitter. That's a big one there. Marvel putting back in that work. Nice pick right there. 3 already down. An OutCast with only a couple people left from BeachHouse staggering around on this point. Almost certainly OutCasts are going to take this with Tamagotchi still trying to stay on for as long as they can. Thundera coming back in on this fight as well as the stall, as more people are coming back to the point, but still, Deadeye coming in from the side, not finding anyone on that one, but still, even though Captain able to find 1 pick in the end, it's only 1, and with his 5v2 left standing on here, BeachHouse still doing a good job trying to stagger out this point, but with only 1 person left, it's not going to mean much as OutCast is going to take round 1.
Yeah, pretty good opening to definitely say the least for OutCast. Coming out pretty strong. Didn't let that retake from BeachHouse vibes discourage them. Came back, got the points alive. And, Gardens is also one of those maps where we have seen firsthand major contests in the last second. I remember casting a match for CGL, not CGL, amateur gamers way back when, there was like I think a full 3 minute last fight stall with like the Doomfist coming in and we're not dying and constantly getting picks and
Yeah, well, we're
definitely
just
crazy.
definitely crazy. A long last
Speaking of
fight.
Doomfist though,
Oh, there we go. Big team. Both teams making some pretty big swaps here now. You see BeachHouse heading over on this double shield with that similar teleport right over the point, and just like that, already have great point presence as NYL gonna go in there, try to get some work done as the rest of OutCasts are gonna go on this point, running this dive through, but it's such a tough comp to go through when you're running this dive comp. Light emitter already ends up dropping in the fight. Jeremiah already sitting at 1 as Marvel gets knocked down as well. NYL is going to find a kill on Kyrie Sauce, but right now they're not really able to contest the play much. But unfortunately, Ryan really dives in there. Tamagotchi put himself in such a bad position with that charge. Does manage to barely get out of there, but that was such a risky charge to go in with. But right now, BeachHouse in complete control of this fight right now.
yeah, Mace Tim, you know, two characters really from your nightmares. But Outcast
Wow.
coming back in a big way.
Yeah.
5, 3, 4, 5. Insane. Gets
Oh
the
my
team
god.
kill.
Yeah, oh my god, the Mind's Coalescence coming through, that was just enough for them right there, and oh my god, I don't see, that was almost inconceivable for the comeback in that fight right there. Outcasts were pretty much down and out of that fight, but god, they came back in that fight. No one I couldn't have seen that coming right there. That fight looked well and over with, but the
Yeah,
investment pays off.
I wonder if they had like a teleporter nearby. I actually missed it if they did. Maybe just to help and get back a lot quicker. But in any case, yeah, getting a point really, really quickly as well.
Yeah,
The first one that
oh no.
anyway, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna force out Primal Rage. KB Empire playing around in the back end right now. Like I said, had to use his ult to stay alive in this fight right now, and a lot of Outcasts are sitting low right now. You have to go back into point. That Shadow's gonna go through, not gonna catch anyone. Those Carousels is gonna catch Garos out of this fight
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
not an exclamation mark, Big Slam.
Big slam right there. He's gonna see Rally come through. Light emitter sitting at 1, had to use it to keep himself alive. And right now, Outcast taking over this fight, but we are gonna see Beach Drop.
Sound barrier.
Sound barrier came out. That was a bit of a risky call right there, as it's not gonna prove to help much. As 1 by 1, BeachHouse will fall down, and now if
I
you're
wonder if he's
BeachHouse,
switching. Yeah, that's a bit of a yikes for me, Doug.
yeah, 60% already. Things are not looking too good for BeachHouse here.
He is going out of the break, but I would have liked to see them save that sound barrier and actually like use it to engage potentially. You having that sound barrier combined with the supercharger could be really, really effective just in terms of playing aggressive and getting all the extra damage. It's like everybody on the team has a nano boost practically with the damage reduction.
Yeah, exactly. KB almost getting caught out right there, very close.
And what a weird bongo place! A bongo just placed in the middle of nowhere, like completely vulnerable.
Yeah, a weird place right there. And right now, Outcast taking back over this fight. Even though KB Ember does drop in the process of the fight, Light Emitter is putting in some great work on the break. Pick after pick coming through. Tamagotchi will find Garos, but Tamagotchi can't do this all by himself as both tanks are going to drop. Sitting at 98, 99, and there's not going to be any rig contestment from BeachHouse as Outcasts are going to take Lijiang.
That just looked like tilt. That looked like a team that you get in your comp game, and you're like, "Why is this guy on my team, man?" Like, and people just start throwing, and that's want to see what it looked like. That's want to see what it looked like to me. But the bongo placement, but the weird beat drop, it just made no sense.
Yeah, because I did notice this, the beach drop when they went for it, they got knocked into the air, so they were trying to drop it a lot sooner than it actually went down. Just got bobbled up in the air and wasn't able to get out in time to really save anyone. And from someone's eye, it would look like a waste. And at the end of the day, it was.
Right. So I didn't realize that it was up in the air for that long. But yeah, nonetheless, though, it definitely looked like complete just domination from the Outcasts, like straight up. And you got to wonder now. It will be BeachHouse's map pick. Kings Row likely.
Yeah, I can't imagine it not being Kings Row. I think that if we had a percentage rate for how much Kings Row was picked here on the second map, I'd say it's at least well over 80%. Like, Kings Row seems just to be that favored map that everyone practices a lot, and that's usually a lot of people's go-to. So yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see Kings Row. Even if it'd be nice to see a different map, it'd be nice to see either, Eichenwald or Hollywood. But
Well, you know what? If the series goes on long enough, then there's always a possibility
yeah,
for another hybrid map.
always possible. But we'll have to see what BeachHouse is going to decide to go with.
What do you think that they can start doing differently? I think really you just take a deep breath here and go back to basics. Get some clear comms. Don't make silly mistakes. Don't tilt. Don't put your bongos in the middle of where we're going to be destroyed after 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was definitely weird coming through Beach House, a team that's usually, as seen by how with the regular season score and how they did in the playoffs so far, it's a very consistent team. They usually don't panic, but going up against Outcast, that first round might have been rather close, but the second round they just completely fell apart before it was really even over. And that's seeing that on the first map. That's not a good first look for Beach House.
No, definitely not. Joker, our producer, was actually in here with us. I don't know if he has any observations he wants to
Um,
note.
it just seemed really obvious who was more prepared there. And it was the Outcast. They knew what they were gonna run, and they ran it to very much perfection. They didn't let the Beach House vibes get that control of the point, especially on that second point with that sim that they were running, and it showed to be very good in the end for Outcasts. But I think again, you've got to keep a cool head if you're Beach House vibes. If you want to be in this match at all, as someone who's been in a grand finals, if you lose your cool, you will lose the game, and that's just how it works. That's just my 2 cents for Beach House vibes going forward.
Yeah, I think you pretty much summed up what I was thinking as well. Doesn't look like it will be Kings Row by the way, so the best map in the game.
Apparently it is.
It's crazy. It's been the best map in beta. It's been the best map now, and it will be the best map in Overwatch 2, likely. Unless they decide to screw it up somehow.
Somehow, it is Blizzard. I mean, oh wait, please don't. They didn't hear that. They didn't hear that. I didn't say that. But bait the question now. You had Outcast running a lot of this dive format going on in Kings Row. I don't know if it's something we'll see again. I think it's possible. Like we had the Tier 6 finals on Monday, and there was a team that was running Ball and Winston on attack and defense. It was really strange, but they ended up actually winning that map. So, like up until a couple days ago, I probably would have said dive on Kings Row. Not the best idea in the world, but
What were they running it against? Like, what were their opponents running?
If I remember correctly, it was like a pretty standard like double shield comp. There was some Ash from Tracer.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, at least they're not running Roadhog Zarya or something bizarre. I think there actually was a team who ran that and ended up winning with it.
Wow, I mean, if you can get something to work, by all means, go for it. Like no matter how off meta it seems, if it works, it works.
Well, that's where you have the teams like Clockwork Vendetta come in, and then they disband later, much to my displeasure.
It's very unfortunate.
Can you name a better feeling than when you queue for ranked and the game loads and you see now entering Kings Row?
Yeah, I can actually. You know that screen where you're playing Overwatch on the PC and you hit that button called exit game, and I'm kidding, but yeah, this is definitely one of the most favorite maps. Not only like I think it's just one of the most most entertaining maps. I think that's the right word to use here. I think that even though like Ryan's area is a pretty dominant comp on here, which we're already seeing as we speak, I think this is a map where you can really kind of run anything on and it could still be somewhat viable. But deep down, like I feel like Ryan's area is always going to be that comp that you look at King's Row, it's like, okay, we're going Ryan's area.
Yeah, Mercy Brig. I don't know about this one. Honestly, I think that's a bit weird.
With Orion Zarya, it is a bit weird. You might imagine they would just stick with either like maybe Lucio Brig, Lucio Moira, something along those lines. But no, they really want to go with this Mercy, potentially to help out with Garos, kind of pocket him.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the play. You want to be getting those damage boosted, the dynamites, which is now on a 12-second. Yeah, oh wow.
Yeah, Tamagotchi just gets annihilated right there, and already BeachHouse already got to back out of this one.
Yeah, someone forgot to feed him, and he died. Sorry, my life. But...
It's okay. He fed himself.
Can you feed those things to death? I actually don't know.
I don't know, but let's look at Kyrie right now, sitting at 90% to that barrage already. A little over 30 seconds of this fight, and they have this ready to go. That is absolutely astounding right there, as Marvel's going to get taken out quickly in this fight. There's already one down. Going to try to go for the barrage in the back. Going to find one. Almost going to drop afterwards, and that's going to be more than enough right here as BeachHouse finally getting some momentum back on their side here. As looks like they're going to take over King's Row here with just a little over a minute taken out of that time bank at first point.
Yeah, he's already 26% to get another barrage again, so 1/4 of the way there. Pretty nutty stuff, then. Yeah, you brought it up earlier, like how quickly he was able to get that. I think, catching your opponents off guard as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, and still you can see them just burst through this damage at 60% now already. They have the Ash, but the Ash is not able to quite find the angle right now. Hunter is sitting at 1 right now in this engagement. He's barely going to get out of there as Kyrie's finally going to get some pressure at the back end a little bit. Carlos, though, is going to drop, and that's going to open things up for Kyrie to go in here and put in some work. But, I say that, though, Kyrie actually ends up taking himself out of the process as Carlos gets taken back up. Tamagotchi sitting at Shatter, but it looks like OutCasts is going to go for it first. Not finding the value. Tamagotchi, though, is going to find quite a few in that exchange right there. And they're starting to come out on top of this fight as you do see Relic come up. Coalesce to come through from Junixity. And right now this fight's still full back and forth, but it looks like BeachHouse are going to take this fight right now as the rest of OutCasts are going to have to back out of here.
Yeah, that rally may have been like a pretty big mistake, honestly. You would have probably liked to have that for the next engage. Instead, you are going to be able to back up with it, maybe get another fight, maybe 2 if you can stop the payload very quickly and start pushing it back, but...
I'd imagine one fight at this point.
Oh yeah, fighting into Graviton, fighting into Tire, fighting into the barrage.
Oh, look at that. That's if you're including Bob, a 3-man grab right here as the barrage is going to throw through. 2 people taken down from that. Riptire came through. Marvel going to find absolutely nothing but Carlos. Bob putting in the absolute work. 3 picks taken down as the Riptire is going to come to the other side looking for something. Carlos is absolutely popping off of this one here, destroying the Tire as well. Able to keep this team up in this exchange as BeachHouse going to have to do a little bit of recollection here.
Wow, really bringing that one back. Really surprising. Like, after that grab and the barrage, it was really just Bob able to stay alive, Bob fragging out, and what a complete turn of fates. Like, a complete twist of fates.
Yeah, exactly. Look, that fight was definitely starting to go back in the way of BeachHouse, and just suddenly, just out of nowhere, Carlos absolutely popping off, Bob doing something, and that working right for them. And Marvel getting an early pick, though, on Tamagotchi, and that's already a big blunder right there.
And we're doing a great job of going in right away and camping that body, not letting the res go through. Fantastic stuff. Can take more time off that clock.
Exactly now. Yeah, 3 minutes sitting on that clock already as the payload is just continuously moving back. It is back beyond that corner now as they're trying to push through her quick. Marvel's going to get brought back up in this exchange, though. Garo's going to catch Kyrie right out of the air as Pundra is going to get brought back up into this fight, but still, you've got to give yourself a little bit more room here. There's just getting completely overwhelmed. Tamagotchi is sitting on that Shatter, but NYL doing the same thing right now. Going to have to be the Battle of Shatters coming up here. Wonder who's going to come out on top. Tamagotchi hit the bigger one earlier, but gonna see if NYL can redeem themselves on this Shatter coming up here. Both are looking for it, though, as Marvel is gonna pick up June. It's a big pick right there. A lot of the healing taken out right there.
Yeah,
right now
you can't engage without your Mercy. You need the Mercy there for Bafara, for other forces. You can't just engage without that. That's such a key component. You have to back out once again. And this has basically been the story now of the last few fights. It's not even team fights, just you know, skirmishes almost. That's just like you would go in and then it's an easy, quick pick.
Yeah, NYL gonna be single-handedly taken out inside of that grab right. They're gonna go for Shudder, not find anything. Shudder comes the other way, not find anything either. Riptire trying to find someone late. Limiter does get taken on the process. Garl's gonna pick up June though. A lot of the healing taken out right now as picks are just swerving through back and forth, but right now, OutCast still holding very true in this fight. And with little people numbers are sitting left right now for BeachHouse, they're just getting annihilated one by one as Kyrie's gonna try to get out of there with their life intact, and just like that, the clock is still ticking away. Look at how far the payload has gone from being almost at the second checkpoint, and now it is just getting closer and closer back to the underpass right now. BeachHouse at just a complete standstill now.
Yeah, obviously now to go for the double shield, I do quite like this, but you are going to be fighting how into an insane amount of ultimates. Bob going to be coming in, going to be splitting the forces. Bob even gets the barrier.
Yeah, Bob getting thrown in there, but the Zarya does get a lot of charge of that process as well. Not a complete waste, as Bob is able to keep them back, and they're just trying to take as much time away from BeachHouse as they can. As Jeremiah drops now, the Riptire is going to go around, going to try to find someone. Hunter going to get caught as well. Kyrie going to go for the barrage, only going to find one. Blood going to take on one directly afterwards, but Hunter's going to get brought back up into this fight right now. BeachHouse trying to get a little momentum, but it's 3 on the shadow right there. It's absolutely massive. Grab coming through as well. Going to capture the 2 in that right now as Moira's going to try to escape with their life. Just a gigantic shutdown. The grab coming in big, and the coalescence from Light Emitter finish things off right there. Just when BeachHouse was starting to get things going again, they just perfectly balance these ults and wipe it away, and now we're sitting on this last fight territory with almost no ults to be seen right now.
Yeah, that's been the story right now of these last 2 fights. It's been whenever BeachHouse would get a pick, or even 2, or even 3, but just been able to, or we just lose someone right away, as we see right there. Look
yeah,
Butter. Forced to be res back up.
Yeah, res coming in through.
Dynamite is big though. And
yeah, Dynamite's big.
Finally getting some momentum.
Yeah, it looks like they're finally going to get this payload moving back in overtime right now. They're going to back out, try to create this one more fight opportunity for them. But right now, Garros has to kind of hide right here in a position. Garros does end up winning the 1v1 though. That's really big for them right there. But Garros going to die right afterwards as well. Dies really late from a dynamite. Unfortunate, but Heavyon going to see what they can find. We kill right there.
The Flux not getting enough value whatsoever, like
no
at all.
Oh, that's unfortunate right now. It's a 3. The Mercy's going to get caught in that grab, not able to find that res right there. And just before a second checkpoint, that's all BeachHouse is going to get out of this. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, they may have had a much better chance in that last fight had Pandora been able to just stay alive. He was like, at the end of the map, he was 3% away from Bob. It would have been a great opportunity. Would have had another man on cart, would have had a 7th man. Potentially could have made the difference, but constantly getting picked off first, the defense is too much, always fragging, and it was crucial picks as well. If it wasn't getting res, it was the Moira being fragged out, camping the body, unable to get the res off, like just a story over and over and over again. Eventually, you would have BeachHouse vibes getting a pick, getting 2, maybe even getting 3, as we saw in the last big hold there before second, just unable to capitalize and complete the team kill. And you got to give the OutCasts a bunch of credit, just constantly able to stay alive, stabilize, and retaliate, counterattack perfectly.
Yeah, you've been seeing these counter ults have been working out like perfectly for them, as they're able to bring back almost any fight that doesn't really start their way. And as you can tell right now, OutCasts are doing very well for themselves on King's Row, but gotta wonder how is that gonna go for them now on the attack, as you see them rocking out this Winston Ball dive. Here we see Genji now. Genji finally out today on King's Row. Let's see what they can do with this Nano Blade. Haven't seen them with it yet all day. So let's see how well they can do with this compass. Last second, Light Emitter is gonna head over to Moira instead. Nano Blade is going to be no more, as looks like NYL gonna work his way around, gonna try to find his way up to the Baptiste, and June gonna get right out of there, but absolutely one. Do they manage to die? The shield comes out just in time. They have to drop an early immortality field.
So early, yeah. You do not want that right now, especially against dive, where you're just gonna be.
No, of course not.
It's gonna be so useful.
Yeah, Tamagotchi taking a lot of damage right there. Even though KB does die in the process, Landwehr falling afterwards. Even if Bullix does die in the process, a 4v4 right now, as the res is gonna come back through. Light Emitter brought back up, and this fight's going back to that one-sided affair again. All the members of BeachHouse just absolutely falling apart once again, and almost as quick as BeachHouse took it, OutCasts are going to do the exact same.
Yeah, and they didn't have to. They didn't need a Pharah getting a full ultimate just to take point A either. We're going to be able to get that blade very, very soon. Bob's obviously going to be on the way, and we are seeing some swaps now. Pandora onto the McCree, Harry onto the Reaper, and really the tank ultimates are just not going to be there. Yeah, you are going to get the Amp Matrix very soon, but that's one of the things that you can just like get in and back out.
Yeah, exactly. And now Pandora dropping very early in this fight. NYL gonna drop the mines in there quite in this fight. Gonna see what they can find. Separates the team a little bit right now as they have to force themselves over on this right side as Rancho's getting destroyed now. And here we go with the Dragon Blade. Marvel's gonna find one. We see two. Are we going to see three? That Marvel comes absolutely huge right there on the Dragon Blade, and they're gonna get this payload moving in full force, and they're just barreling through this right now. And BeachHouse realistically only gonna have one more team fight left with just a little under 5 minutes still sitting on this clock. This is just a disaster for them so far.
Maybe they get the Gravitic Flux up in time, but it's looking very, very unlikely. They're gonna be fighting against Bob. They're gonna be fighting into the Coalescence, into the Valkyrie as well.
Yeah, Bob's gonna come out, position himself perfectly in the corner right there. Coalescence coming out as well, completely with the ult advantage right now as June is gonna drop in this fight as well. Kyrie in the process as well getting caught out. Volvix as well, and one by one the members of BeachHouse are following. They're trying to stall what little they can, but it's not gonna be enough. There's only one left sitting in the background, and once again, Kings Row is gonna go over to OutCasts, now up 2-0 so far in the series.
Yeah, and it's not even looking close either. That's really the most unfortunate thing right now. But number 8 seed coming in, taking out number 1, taking out. Oh, somebody take out number 5 as well.
Yep, number 5.
Now against the number 2 seed. It's absolutely insane.
Right? No, they approved themselves. Like I said, they had that weak second half, but they want to show that they're not a weak team at all. They wanted to come in here.
Energy as well, by the way, man. The 72%.
That is pretty dang high.
I mean, I would rather it be 3% lower.
3%. I wonder why. But no, it's just like, wow. Like OutCast, even in these playoff matches, these weren't close matches either. Like when they went up against the first seed, they won 3-0. When they went up against BE Sports in the semifinals, they went 3-0. They put a lot of work in to these playoffs, and it's really showing for them right now as they're just barreling through BeachHouse. They're just scrambling to find a way right now. But already down 2-0, if you're gonna start picking things up, next map is the time to do it.
Yeah, next map is going to be 2CP, I do believe. Unfortunately. Yeah, we're going to be taking a quick little break. Maybe when we return, BeachHouse Lives can get something going as we head into the worst game mode in existence. Happy Canada Day, gentlemen, and welcome back to Tier 2 Grand Finals here at CGL. The OutCasts up 2-0 in this first 2-4 Grand Final against BeachHouse Vibes. They have been absolutely just dominating their opponents right now. It's not been close. It's been somewhat of a disaster for BeachHouse Vibes. It's like a beach house in winter. And speaking of winter, going to Volskaya now.
Yeah, I figured this Tier 4 match was going to be a little closer up until this point right now. I thought for sure we'd be looking at a 1 right now, but like I said before, OutCasts are putting in a lot of work right now, and they're definitely out to prove that they are the best team in the Tier 4 division. And so far, I'd say they're making a really good case for themselves.
Yeah, for the number 8 seed, like you were saying, just coming in 3-0ing the number 1 seed, 3-0ing, everybody who got in their way. It's really been just domination so far. Visualize though, this is such an important map now. You can draw it. Doesn't matter towards your map score. We just go again. But really, this is where you have to win. You cannot go down 3-0. There's just no way. Like in all my time, watching Overwatch and casting Overwatch, there's only been one team, right? Recently, mind you, who has come back from a 3-0, that being Shanghai against Seoul, like last tournament. Only time I've ever seen it happen in a first to four in Overwatch was last month. In every single first to four of ever before that. So you can't be going down 3-0. In traditional sports, by the way, guys, there's some fun fact for you. There is only 5 teams in the history of pro sports who have ever come back from a 3-0 deficit.
That is...
I can name them. So you have the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's actually like 4 in hockey, one in baseball. Toronto Maple Leafs, New York Islanders. I can't name them all. Never mind. The baseball team is the Red Sox, though.
At least you tried. That's what's important in the end.
I am right though. I am right. But as I always say, no, you can't be going down 3-0.
No, definitely not. No, this is the time for them that they need to turn things around, and I just wonder if they're gonna try to change things up. I feel like at this point you almost have to change it up a little bit, because you've been trying to run this very similar comp through and through again, and it's simply not working. This dive is being absolute killer to BeachHouse, and I gotta do something different here, or else I'm afraid this might be over a lot quicker than we figured it would have been.
Well, sounds like whenever I bring a girl home.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
That got awkward. Okay. Doesn't think we should see Padura on the Echo.
Yeah,
we haven't seen any Echo so far.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to what's going on the other side over here. We see this Orisa Ball rocking that Bastion and Baptiste. This is a little strange. I can see it being Volskaya. You can run a lot here, but this is kind of weird, especially when the Bastion and Orisa are completely separated from each other. Unless the Bastion's gonna drop and they're gonna have to reset on the high ground now.
I'm so confused.
I am as well. This is weird, as you're up 2-0 and you're rocking these nice dive comps, and you decide to run this weird Bastion comp with the solo tank. It's very strange.
I've seen the Bastion and the Orisa run here as a mission already being taken out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to use the res on that one really quickly, and he's already on the ground. They're gonna have to drop just to keep him still again in this fight right now. And nice pull right there, but shields are all there, not really gonna find anything. They're trying to throw in a little bit of poke, but NYL going on an adventure to the backline right now. Not really able to find anything, but sitting on a very high ult percentage already. As right now, BeachHouse are taking their sweet time going on this point, waiting for these cooldowns to slowly go down. Gold being used, not really able to use that for this next upcoming team fight. And they're gonna loop over to the high ground. Coalescence very early, very weird spot, as they're not really fully engaging right now, and Coalescence is almost wasted in a sense. Not a whole lot of value coming out of it, as after that was just spent in a quarter with no one. Mine's coming through, a nice pop-up. Don't went down quite yet though. Civic's gonna die again. A couple members sitting very low on the side of BeachHouse, but they're just barely managing to stay up, as Civic is brought back to life twice for the second time in this fight. And suddenly, Kundera coming up absolutely massive on this Echo, getting 3 picks. Unknown helping out in the process as well. And those are some pretty good picks right there, and I think that's gonna seal things for the first point.
Yeah, finally able to take care of that. I really wonder if we're going to be seeing on the Bastion. You are very close to tank mode. Yeah, not even going to stick with it. Well, yeah, one thing I was going to note is that we have seen the Bastion be run on Portland with the Symmetra, basically alternating high grounds. I really do wonder if they had a plan with that, and it kind of like messed up with like the planning stages, or like they never got the setup properly, like someone wasn't aware of something, but overall it was just a really weird defensive setup.
Yeah, but Capped drops pretty early in that fight, so that's gonna be a pretty quick reset here, as they're gonna back out a little bit, really only on the Sigma. You can't really push it with that right there, so I got to wait for them to get back in this fight. And right now OutCasts really only sitting on the Riptire right now. They're getting close to mine. Civic's a nice kill on Unknown. Wow. Once again, getting this early pick before I fight is like fully initiated, and that's a big one right there. Gonna have to throw to the res. Riptire's gonna come around, see what it can find, and the Mercy Pot coming through. He's gonna find Unknown again. Unknown getting res back just to die very shortly later on, and they don't have the res this time around, so they're gonna have to wait before this full engage can come through again, and hopefully gonna skip. And Wyle's gonna get caught off guard here, but Coalescence is gonna go pop through. Once again, Coalescence in a little bit of a weird position. NYL gonna throw through the mines, and Lax is gonna get caught in that one. Once again, that's massive right now. Cap gonna try to get out of there, but misses the pin and is just gonna barely get out of there with much of the life intact. As they need to get out of there quick.
This has been so awkward because you've had the ultimate advantage for so long. Yeah, you were fighting against Riptire. Riptire is great, but man, it's like you're stockpiling ultimates right now, and you have let your opponents catch up to you. This is...
Yeah, it's not good.
God.
It's not. And now you're in this awkward position. They look like they have the ability to take this point pretty quickly, and just these stagger picks. It's just like, before this fight even really happens, someone's taken off at the point, and it's just like, you can't engage 5v6. That's a dumb move. It's a waste of your time. You're better off
again,
unknown. Yeah, gonna be brought back through a res, and no res for the rest of this fight right here. Shatter gonna go through. Only gonna find one. The pin's gonna come through. But there he goes. Sayonara on that one. And Coalescence going to be brought into this fight.
They're actually probably gonna get a tick out of this at least.
Yeah, they do have the tick right there. They are gonna have Valkyrie and Riptire coming back here. Almost 2 ticks sitting on the point. What's the making his way back on Riptire? Gonna try to find someone looking for the right opportunity. I don't think it has found anyone. Oh, never mind. Take that back. Right there, Luck and Anala taken out of the process, and that shuts this right down. Though 53% is going to come through. Looks like OutCasts are finally going to restabilize this fight. Wow, that was dangerous right there. You figured if they might have had the Ryan for that fight, that could have gone completely differently.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. They never used the Flux either. Probably a good thing they didn't. But now they're running. Was this Hog Sigma?
Hog? That is a little questionable, I'd say.
A little?
It's questionable. I mean, you switch over to that Sombra as well. The mines are going to come through as well. Pretty much block off that entrance. It is complete.
Yeah, that's a
good use of the Sigma shield though. It gets rid of a lot of them right there. But Civic's already going to try to go for the res. Civic is brought back into this fight. But it's already completely in the favor of OutCasts, with a little less than 2 minutes as BeachHouse once again have to back out. And NYL does end up dropping in the process, but still, they still have time to reset in this fight and get them back before there's a full re-engagement. And Punter are having a tough time thus far, really trying to grind out something towards the EMP, but really only going to get, conceivably only going to get one for last fight, and it's not looking too good right now, as they have to try to find something here, try to find that right pick, and there it is right there, as I call it. KP Empire caught on the process. Riptire going to go around, see what they can find. Looking for someone right now.
Oh, Tire beat out the breather, actually. That was pretty well played with that. It's still going to be going her way, though.
Yeah, but the rest coming back. Luck is back up in the fight, but there's so many down for OutCast now. A minute left sitting on that clock. Unknown coming through clutch right now, getting a lot of picks here is KP trying to stall it for as much as they can. Still not 2 ticks quite on the clock. They're going to try to stall this. Looks like they're going to try to stall this out. They might be able to get this to overtime. Bladimeter taken out, though, in the process. Valkyrie still online. Jeremiah getting low. It is going to come out. EMP is going to come out. Only going to get a couple in the process as well. KP getting so low.
The Valkyrie was already castable when the EMP came out, which is absolutely massive and be able to help your team out. Able to find 2, by the way. That's huge.
Yeah, I know. Brought back up into this fight. It's absolutely massive right now. Right now, BeachHouse
still only 1 tick as well.
Yeah, still only 1 tick. It's been a massive stall so far, as we're in this complete 1-fight territory, and they just weren't able to do it. They only have a couple wallets left of their tail, but they weren't able to get any more than what they already had, even though the fight was clearly more one-sided than even before. And now you have to try to touch this point right here. Who's even gonna be able to touch? Somebody's gonna try to touch. It's gonna get stunned. You wonder if they're gonna be able to touch that again. They just barely get the touch. Got it coming through. I think he just uses it for ammo though, as a whole haul coming through. Jeremiah's caught out by Luck. Rolling through with this one as Freeze is gonna come through. And it's gonna get a couple caught in. Civic trying to come back big for his team right now. There's a big freeze right there. The res is gonna come back through. Cap just brought back into this fight. We're trying to get those 2 ticks right now, as NYL is gonna try to create a bit of a stall here. Trying to make something happen here on the point. Keep the stall going. Guys, just before our mines come out, here comes the Deadeye trying to find one right now. Diva does get knocked out of mech though. Captain just find Jeremiah in the process though. Garros coming back in on the fight, and the DPS putting in a little bit of work here. Civic unfortunately dropping right there, but still, this fight is looking like it's starting to finally get in the OutCast control. as they're just trying to get Cap off at this point right now, as the mines are going to come through. MYL coming in big on that. Cap is frozen again, taken out. MYL wiping whoever's left at this point. EMP coming back out. EMP is not going to be in time, though. As with the remaining members of BeachHouse going back on this point, they're only going to get 55% after all of that. And they're not even able to get at least 2 ticks on that second point.
How unfortunate, man. But like chat's getting mad at us for constantly praising OutCasts, but man, they don't go down. You know, you find 3 picks, but they're always just going to come back up. We're going to be able to refrag. We're going to find a way to win in these unwinnable, seemingly unwinnable situations time after time. It's crazy, man. They're winning fights down 3 men, like over and over again. They're constantly getting the first pick before a fight even begins, forcing the resurrection out, then fragging out again. You know, just constantly taking, and that's so frustrating too. You know, we've been there. Everybody in chat has been there when you're in a ranked game and you're playing 2 CP, and some guy keeps dying, and it's like, well, you know, are we gonna push in 5v6 and just give our lives away? But we want to play the game, right? You want to cap the points, right?
Yeah, exactly. But at that point, you're in 5v6. You haven't invested in the fight. There's no reason to go in and waste your lives and get more ult charge. It's just they're finding these quick, easy picks before the fights really begin, and BeachHouse, they're just letting themselves get caught out.
You know, and you're in a situation as well when I don't understand why you would go hog in that situation. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to like bully you, but dude, why? For what possible reason?
Yeah, and right there, unknown, gonna catch Jeremiah out right there. That's
You know what? If they can do that for 4 minutes straight, then maybe they have a chance.
Yeah, right there. They're gonna try to do what OutCast did to them, and I think it's honestly one of their best shots right now is just to pull an OutCast.
Yeah, really, I think your best chance right now is going to be probably able to full hold. I think that 55% is not really going to be enough on the board for point B.
Nope. Oh, Civic!
You are being punched into a wall.
Yeah, that's absolutely big. KP drops in this fight as well, but it's a 5v5 right now. Red's looking to come through. KP is brought back in the fight, though, but while Civics is trying to get the work done right now, I'm not sure they have much left in this. And as I said, Jeremiah, nice pick right there is... Wow, a lot of people dropped in this fight early on that I didn't notice. Unknown trying to make something happen. Punched as well. Civic with a lot of very crucial picks right now is this fight, this is already over. First point's already going to go over to OutCast. It's once again, I don't like saying bad things about BeachHouse, but it's once again, it's still a disaster right now. Almost 6 minutes for 55%. How do you hold here?
Is like still quite a ways away from the EMP as well, and you're really going to be needing that. Like, you need this now for this next engagement because you're going to be fighting into the meteor strike, and like you're going to be fighting against ultimates. You're going to have the coalescence online as well. Maybe Bob can help you stall out. You're going to have the Bongo to also help you as well.
Yeah, and Civic just catch low.
You can't be losing your supports like that. You can't be losing your immortality field like that. Yeah, Bob is out there right now, but you're also getting meteor strike to the face.
Yeah, exactly. Civic finding a lot of very well done picks here. Let are gonna bring back NYL, but I don't know if these picks are going to be enough. Throwing out more ults as Lax is gonna come through here with these picks, and they're gonna put a stop to this finally. No ticks coming through, but that was already a dangerous first fight right there.
Yeah, they do have the EMP available now as well. So
indeed.
Ideally, right now, because you are seeing some swaps as well. Ideally, right now, you're gonna hope that your opponents can engage. You know, do a proper engagement where you can be able to get that team kill and you can be able to get your Bongo up again and be able to cycle and just, you know, use your ultimate to effectively maybe hold here for 4.5 minutes. But yikes.
Yeah, it's possible, and Visor coming through. Carol's going to try to find someone. That's a very big EMP, but it's only really going to find 2, but it does find some pretty important figures. But Civic putting in some absolute work right now, as people are just getting deleted off at this point. I don't think there's anyone else really alive for BeachHouse. People are trying to come back, but that's one tick right there. Lucio's going to try to touch, but just barely not in time. And now OutCast, up 3-0 now in the series.
Yikes. Oh my goodness, man.
I don't know what to say. This is genuinely a little shocking. I didn't take OutCasts for a bad team at all, but I figured they would have a lot more rough of a time with BeachHouse. So BeachHouse might be pulling NYXL and like cracking under the pressure of these finals.
Yeah, this is looking like compared to the Overwatch League thing, it was like Vancouver against Shock in the grand finals last year.
Yeah, and how like everyone thought it was going to be an extremely close game, well fought game, but just Shock completely rolled through. And this is like a nice example of what we've seen so far. I don't know what you do if you're BeachHouse now. You're
Yeah, it's
down.
like all
You're down.
of your map picks have failed.
Yeah, it's and you had a great ability to catch OutCasts off guard on their original defense, running that wanky comp, and they didn't have any ults going in on their first defense. You had a great opportunity, but in the end, you just couldn't do it. You had a good opportunity in front of your eyes, and they choked. That's the only way I can put it. Is that they just weren't able to do it. And it's shocking to see that they couldn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of like really weird comps being run as well, like stuff that like I don't know why they think it's okay to run like Mercy Brig, for instance, and it's like think you're gonna get value with that. It's very difficult, man. Like the Hog was just a really bizarre pick as well.
Yeah, it definitely is. As looks like the new map's coming in here, going to Rialto, where once again Dive is once again a pretty doable map, but I think that's the case with a lot of payload maps. But I don't know. It's
Yeah, this is really gonna be like like Widowmaker or Viash, time to shine, I would say.
yeah, very likely. I can only hope because it's not because Garros has been doing well for their team. Like Garros has been doing well. Civic did pretty well earlier as well for the Outcast. That is, it's just it's I don't know why it is. It's just so perplexing. It's just absolutely strange. Like even Unknown on the Ash hasn't been doing bad, but has just been completely being relatively outplayed by Garros. Like it hasn't been a clean 1v1 process.
No, and thing of OCAS as well is like they've run a lot of comps.
That's
They've
true.
honestly like they've you know been all over the place, man. You saw the Doomfist, you saw the Farah, you saw the Sim earlier. I think they had the May going on as well, if I recall correctly. Oh no, sorry, I think that was actually BeachHouse. But no, like OCAS have been running a lot of things as well, ranging from like your more traditional with the Ryan Zarya on King's Row to the Genji, the Echo. Like it's been all over.
Yeah, it is just it's just so like I'm trying to find the right way to describe how shocking it
No,
is.
like you need like one player right now for BeachHouse to just completely take over, to just put the team on his back and just completely dominate. Like you need to be the one the spark that can somehow lead your team and just be such a pain for Outcast that they have to focus more on this one player who's dominating and let the team work off of that. But
Oh
it's
no.
a very tough ask.
Uh-oh, look what's going on here. A lot of the members are switching over to the shock icon. I think they're trying to plan a reverse sweep here. As they did bring in Shy-chan as well. I think they brought them in
Well,
for.
I don't know why we're changing it to a shock icon when it should be a dragons icon. As I said earlier, dragons were the
Yeah,
only team in Overwatch history to although stage 3
they almost did it.
of season 2, yeah, Shock were Shock Dragons not grand finals but stage finals. Shock's down 3-0, and they nearly actually became the first Overwatch team to pull off the 4-3 reverse sweep. Obviously, end up losing there in the very last
Right.
map, but
Didn't they? Wait, I'm trying to remember who C9. Well, didn't Shanghai C9 the last map, or am I thinking of a different game?
no,
'Cause
because
what
Shanghai
was
won stage 3.
right? Because for some reason I remember like Shanghai like C9ing a point on Dorado, and I don't know why it's like sticking in my head.
No,
It's
I
something
think
else.
that happened, right?
It happened, yeah. I just don't remember what it was from. I don't think it was from that game though.
Oh, was that Shanghai versus London? in the play-in?
I feel like it was one of their first games of the season, and they just got it was overtime and they got off the point.
It wasn't.
Is this when was this when Shang 9 was like? Is that the first like Shang 9 or?
It might have been because it was in the second season. I know that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember watching one of their first maps. It was before they got Gamsu, I think, and it was I remember Dorado, and they were about to win. And then they got. I forget who.
Well, they got Gamsu like very early on, though,
it was
right?
like
Like
their
Gamsu was their first win, I think.
Yeah, but they didn't. It was against their first win was against Boston.
Yeah, but that was like Gamsu, I think, playing in that game. So.
Yeah, but then I don't think. Yeah, I think it was their first game of the season when and it was on Dorado and they C9 when it was in overtime, right after they got first point of Dorado.
Okay. Well, now we're seeing a bunch of shock and Chinese symbols in Shanghai, so interesting. You know, I think Rialto is my favorite of the non-launch maps. Like every map added post-launch.
I
Potentially?
can agree there. I can't think of another map that really
I
had
think
that-
World is good though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good, but the thing about Icomald is like on a personal aspect. At first, I disliked Icomald a lot. I love it now.
Yeah, well, they changed it, right? The side door on the attack, which helps a lot.
A lot, but Rialto I've just consistently loved. So
Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely, yeah.
like you didn't have to change anything about it. It feels perfect.
You know what I would like? Well, I would like the Uprising Kings Row as like an alternative map.
That would be nice.
Yeah. You know, maybe one day, just as for a bit more variety. I mean, I would prefer that over the snow version personally.
Right. Maybe do it like exclusively when the Uprising event is going on, or Retribution, whatever it is.
Or we could just get more Kings Row.
We already have enough Kings Row.
No, okay, well, you know what? Your opinion's wrong, but
whatever you say.
We are in the game now.
Yeah.
Torbjorn to come out. Actually.
Yes, Torbjorn ready for work right now as Light and Javion just really swapping kills on each other, hooking him into the water with him. It's a very good one right there. As right now Civic just gets caught out on the point.
Gandalf Balrog material going on right there when you get or off the map yourself and you hook somebody to their doom with you.
Oh, okay. You see Civic gonna switch over to the Pharah. Not a bad swap considering they're running the May Reaper right now. Not a whole lot to really counter a Pharah right now. They switch over to the Mercy as well, so they're gonna have that as KP's getting caught out really quick here. Sitting at 1, does end up dropping. That's a very massive pick right there for them. Before even a full engagement is in on this fight, and both tanks just getting absolutely obliterated. And with Pharmacy still
isn't bad. This isn't bad against the dive. I like the May against the dive. I like the Hog I like the Reaper against the dive. Hey, you know, if you can, and we are seeing some swaps now. You know, like off the dive now, back to the double shield being run. So far, actually, so good. Side of BeachHouse.
Yeah, no, it's a very quick pick for them. It looks good for them. Orisa nearly gets pulled off the match. Tamagotchi inches away from death, manages to pull through that though. A nice wall, having the force through the small corridor. It's very nice there as they're gonna speed in. That's a very nice speed in right there as they're getting this momentum back again. Bongo's gonna come out. NYL gonna get utterly obliterated. KP directly behind him. The tanks so far had just been getting demolished with this comp so far. Girls just gonna have to take their own life on that exchange right there as what many members of OutCasts are left are just kind of scrambling around for their lives right now. And right now, a fantastic push
so far for BeachHouse as they're coming out on the second checkpoint right now. Looks like we're gonna see a recontestment of some kind. The Pharmacy trying to hold on to the point right here. The rest of the team is going to make it back. Big
point. Yeah, Blaze Blizzard though
big
coming out.
hook. Yeah, good Blizzard right there. Civic ends up finding Lucky, but it's not gonna be enough here. Light Mitter dropping as well, and with 5.5 minutes, that's a gigantic time bank going in on this last stretch right here. BeachHouse has picked up what we hope we've been seeing these first 3 maps, and they're going through strides right now as Coalescence is going to be popped back up. Civic is sitting on that barrage as well, going to try to find the right opportunity here. Javon's sitting on that whole hog right now, but Pandora, after a big pull right there, we're going to look for Jedi right here. The wall's up, though, to see what kind of value they can find as Garros is going to take care of Pandora right there. Jedi not really find anything in the process. Civic going to go for the barrage, going to find one, and that's going to be enough to push them back here as OutCasts are finally going to give themselves a break right here.
Yeah, I think you take that though, absolutely. You're very happy to get the barrage out so soon. Are going to be fighting. Yeah, it's a late pick though. You are going to be fighting now into the Bongos, into the Flux, into the Valkyrie. So potentially now, what I would say, you want to just fight very aggressively in the next fight. Don't use anything yourself. Try to get some ultimates out of the enemy team. Try to make some burn some so that your next engagement is just going to be that much easier.
Yeah, just the classic dry push. Get as many ults as you can out of them and just try to have the superior ult economy. But they are going to Deadeye on this one, not really finding anything. Force them to back up very minimally and just right back on this point as they still have 4 ults sitting in their arsenal as well. McCree going ahead looking for it. The Flux is gonna come through, gonna find 2 right there. Luck is absolutely get 1 as Javion falls in the process. Luck did as well. The Coalescence not gonna prove to be of any use to them right there. Gonna almost seem like a little kind of useless right there, unfortunately. Javion gonna switch over to the Sigma as well. Garros coming back alive here as well.
Yeah, but actually get the Flux out. I would have liked to have seen the Bongo come out though. So that's really not the kind of push that you're definitely hoping for. You are BeachHouse still. You have built up a fantastic time to work with. But you cannot be losing your people like that so early on, and now we are back to these old habits of just dying quick and dying fast and dying early.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was a big ult investment there, very early on, for the OutCasts. Not that BeachHouse has a lot of ults on their standing right now, but that does drain quite a bit right there, and it kind of gives them that chance to not feel as overwhelmed in these coming fights. That's a big pull right there. It's They're going to go for the Deadeye right there. Not going to find any picks in the process, but still just good in pushing the back as NYL sitting at 1 right there. They're going to drop Bongos. They're trying to take full advantage of this fight right now. No picks coming through yet, even though the fight's been so aggressive. Chi-Town ends up dropping to Garros, though, in the process. And they're trying to stay at this point, do as much as they can right now. It's a big pull right there as Pandora is going to catch KB out in the process.
Yeah, will be rezzed up.
Yeah, nice res right there. Can be brought back into this fight. The Flux going through. Find quite a few in the background right there. But he is going to get killed. It's going to mean absolutely nothing. But Civic is going to find 2 pigs right there. A very nice barrage. Dies in the process, but it's going to be more than enough to put this fight to an end. And now...
Yeah, doing a pretty nice job stabilizing. Nice late kill as well swapping now onto the Reinhardt. I do like this. That's probably the best way we're going to be able to get past this point, this choke right now. Do have the nano boost available. Actually give that to the Reinhardt, help him build up the shatter, help him go in to swing, play aggressively.
Yeah, that's a Deadeye right there, and let's see if it finds anything at all. It's still being held right now, not gonna find any value though. Once again, Chi-Town with their own Deadeye on the clock. Deadeye's doing nothing more than zoning at the moment, but you know, that is what it is. At this point of level, that's what it is. And oh my goodness! Yeah,
Chi-Town. Your race is so low, just standing there.
Yeah,
like,
just
the time to kill has to be quicker.
It does indeed, and Gross is gonna get caught in the back there, and that might have given them the opportunity to move up here a little quicker. They have that little bit of advantage now as Tamagotchi's gonna get mega aggressive here, almost frozen. Just barely managed to stay on that though. Flux coming through, gonna find 3 in the back. Absolutely massive. Dragons coming through, get 2 out of that right there. Pandora coming in big, make that 3. That's absolutely massive right there. The more they're gonna try to get out, but not quite though, as they're finally moving this point indoors here with a little more than a minute left on the clock, but only the Shatter sitting online for them now. Gotta hope that this is a good one indeed. as they're gonna push into this fight. Gonna switch over to the Winston, kind of get the stall together. Civic gets one, doesn't quite fall in the fight though. Flux is gonna come through, gonna catch the Reinhardt. Reinhardt slow. Shatter gets a couple on that one. Doesn't find anyone in the pin, unfortunately. Tamagotchi sitting at one in the process. 2 picks are already down. Make that 3-4. They're gonna clean up this fight right here. OutCasts pulling in big on that one, and now we are at last fight with only a few alts sitting around right now. Blizzard coming through, Civics has it, but with only support ultimates online for BeachHouse, what are you going to be able to pull off here now?
Oh, I think once again you're going to probably be nanoing the Reinhardt, could potentially nano the Tracer as well, but haven't seen that much Tracer whatsoever today, so maybe might not be the best targets because of like how last you've been playing it. You know, maybe your Tracer's not available. Yeah, but Ryan does. Get,
oh, that big. Oh, wait a minute, taken out. Gyros as well. Nice freeze right there, putting a lot of them inside of there. Got quite a few, but Tamagotchi gets absolutely low. Manages to stay up. A lot of good healing coming through there. Only a couple members sitting online for OutCasts. BeachHouse wants to finish out this map as they're moving forward slowly but surely, looking for the res. They just let the res come through.
Somehow it comes out.
KP's gonna have his ult, and he is gonna be able to go in here with Primal to stall out some more. KP does find Pandora as well. Shatter comes through, and while does get caught, both tanks do in the process, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. It does force out the Primal, but the Primal's keeping him going alive in this fight, and right now Chi-Town trying to come back big for their team right now. And we all coming back through, swerving around that point, trying to find a pick. They nearly get knocked away off the point right now. And once again, they're coming back into this fight. KB putting in some absolute right now. Garrow's finding a couple picks to their own right now. And BeachHouse has just let this completely slip through their fingers.
Dude, it's because they let the res come off. The Mercy able to just like self 100, get the res up onto the monkey. The stall's able to come through. We're not able to find the frags. That point was theirs. It was going to be a complete cap. Just for resurrection, shutting everything down. The stall, perfect. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how you let that happen. If she flies right past you, almost all members still there, and they still get the res off, and to add insult to injury, the Primal's still there, and that was such a big reason they were able to stall at that point and eventually take it back. And now you don't have the advantage of playing another round. If they push us all the way, that's it. This is the series. That's the championship right then and there.
It's one of those that's really killer because of how close you had it. Like you had it. It was there. You know, like you could touch it. You could feel it was. You know, dude, that's yours, and it slips through your fingers. Oh man, that's a yikes for me. Now, to be fair, it was a much better showing on payload than we've seen from any other map today from BeachHouse.
I mean, yeah, they had a great start. They barreled through those first 2 points. Looked fantastic for them.
Dude, they were looking like Ultra Instinct Goku for the first 2 points, and then by the time third roll around, it was like they were Yamcha or something. Maybe they started to get it back to maybe like Gohan like or something like that near the end. But again, just not enough.
It's not. It's unfortunate, but OutCast now on the attack here, running this Hog Winston. Perhaps a little strange here, but you know, I think throughout this entire week so far, I've seen Stranger comps have worked, but NYL gonna get pulled in. Gets absolutely deleted right there, not able to create anything. Civic's getting low, sitting at absolute 1 right now, dropping as well. Chi-Town taking care of the 1v1 right there. Pretty good. KP kind of caught out in position there, but right now, Javon, he got antied. Wasn't able to heal himself, and he gets taken out. That is a huge pick, and gonna wonder if they can protect this res, but it doesn't look like they're gonna go for it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, not having the Hog on your team alive means there's less ultimate being fed to the enemy team.
That's true as well, but it is still a nice chunk of damage taken out as well. As NYL, although does get dropped, gets brought back right into this fight. Chi-Town trying to put in some more work here, staying above, getting a nice chunk of healing. Just barely misses that punch right there as both teams trying to kind of pull back here, wait for the right opportunity to go in through. Nice nano coming through. Pandora sitting online with their own ult, looking for the right moment right now. Is once again Hog is gonna get in.
Naded once again.
Absolutely massive nade right there. Works. Gonna get pulled out of your coalescence right there. That's gonna suck right there. 2.5 minutes left. They're trying to barrel to this point right now. And what members are left trying to hold together here as Whole Hog gonna come through.
And they're actually going to destroy. Geralt's going to come behind. Both are going to come out in the process. Only going to find one apiece. Geralt's going to get knocked down, brought back into the fight. As well, it is still a little back and forth, it looks like. Yeah, OutCasts are going to hold for the time being. Or my apologies, that's BeachHouse holding.
Yeah,
That's
BeachHouse.
my fault, sorry.
Yeah, looking a lot better. I was really nervous. It was looking like
Yeah,
scary
that
for a
was-
second when the hog was ulting and the supercharger got destroyed and the barrage came out. It looked like it was going to be lights out, but miraculously able to hold on.
Yeah, it was a nice hold right there as BeachHouse trying to stay alive in this series finally. Barrage still very far away. Lightemitter taken out pretty early in this fight, and way out to find Shy-Town. The process res is going to come through. Lightemitter does get brought back into the fight, though. That's a big one as Civic finds Pandura at the cost of their own life. But still, the advantage is completely there. Even with Pandura brought back to life, they're absolutely rolling through there. Even with a kill on Lightemitter, Garrel's finding 2 picks of their own right there. It doesn't look like there's much left there to keep them up as even Shy-Town finding Jeremiah. Never mind. Wow. This fight's absolutely turning back now, and
This is BeachHouse now, winning fights they shouldn't. A complete, role reversal from what we saw earlier in the series. Miraculously coming back, getting the spawn advantage, a major strike, absolutely huge, getting the mercy, and 1 minute left on the clock. So basically, we're looking at like 2 fights, maybe like 1 if it's like super extended.
Yeah, wait, Garros, hold up, switched over while he had the barrage, I believe. Switched over to Ash. I figured they want to try to take care of Pandura before they end up getting their ult, but just as I said, Shy-Town ends up dropping. That's an absolute...
Nice
minefield
minefield.
right there. That is a big minefield. Ainin coming in through. Not finding anyone more. Going to stagger it out right there. Right now the hog on the side. Getting thrown into the corner. Big stun. Avian getting taken out, but Pandura manages to fight too with Rod. That's absolutely massive right there. Red's going to come through.
The hog, huge.
Yeah, big right there as KB getting brought back into the fight. Pandura ends up dropping to NYL. This fight's still completely back and forth. Javion trying to create more of an opportunity here, managing to take down Jeremiah as the seconds are just ticking away finally. And OutCast, which is almost nothing left in his tank. And BeachHouse, with only NYL really left to stall on this point. BeachHouse coming alive finally in this series. This is what we've been wanting to see. And with the rallied Brig trying to stall this out right here, finally, BeachHouse has come alive in this series, and they are not done yet, as they will take Rialto.
Yeah, they are not going to go quietly into the night, it seems. And really, it was the anti-dive composition that I think really helped them out massively. They were being dominated in the dive matchup. They weren't handling it very well. Being able to swap onto the Orisa, onto the Hog, and actually getting value from it. We saw the May shutting down the Wrecking Ball as well. It's a start. It's still Mount Everest you have to climb right now, but it's a start.
It is a start. That's exactly what you needed. You hold first planet Rialto, and that's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No,
and it's great for them.
Yeah, it's definitely a massive confidence booster, especially after with such heartbreak going on and unable to cap the 3rd point on Rialto. So being able to take it, it's almost a series in our hands. I think if they win 1 more, then okay, you know what, this is serious territory.
Yeah, but for the first time now, OutCasts are going to be the one picking this map, and I believe we are going to head back to Control. Is that correct?
Yeah, it should be Control. Absolutely. Going to be King of the Hill, which is definitely a show that I would like to see brought back on television, for this modern age. There's, of course, the propane accessories reference on Route 66.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
No, that was a good series there by BeachHouse, but we're headed back into Control. I think they had I'd say they had a little bit of trouble on Control, and I mean, maybe with the momentum they carried through here, I think they may have found the stride they're looking for.
The Ilios pick as well is going to be absolutely massive for Dive, so it's really going to come down to BeachHouse figuring ways to counter the Dive, but for OutCasts has been so successful.
Yeah, and Ilios is a good map for that dive as well, so this is definitely a map that's going to be in their favor here. Gonna wonder what BeachHouse can pull out here.
Yeah, I think what we're going to expect for on well is going to be the standard Orisa Hog. I have no real doubt whatsoever about that if you are Beach House. But going into map like say Lighthouse, gotta wonder could we see some Symmetra? Could we see some May Reaper? And then of course, really I think Ruins is the one where it might be a bit more up in the air. Maybe you might want to mirror dive there potentially.
Like BeachHouse doing mirror dive?
Maybe we'll definitely see what ends up happening. Just because Widowmaker can be so strong there as well, but maybe we might just see mirror comps in general on Ruins.
Sure. But we're gonna have to wait and see here, as we are gonna be starting off on well. If I were a betting man, I'd say we're gonna see a hawk or two on this map. It wouldn't surprise me coming in for Beach House. And
Ready for battle.
well, uh-oh. It looks like I'm losing a $5 bet. But yeah,
I'm not actually surprised though to see OutCasts go with the dive that we've been seeing from him for so long. I've been a bit more surprised to see Davion on the
5,
ball though. That's not what I'm expecting.
2,
yeah, not at all. Haven't not been.
Also, low key, just a little side note. I don't understand how we don't see teams go with Belucio just for the first 3 seconds of a King of the Hill map just to get the speed boost out with spawn.
Yeah, just activate wall and spawn. They get the initial speed boost, and I don't know. Some people don't know that though. In all fairness, somehow. Either way, engaging right in this fight, KP gonna take a very aggressive stance here, trying to generate as much ult charge as they can throughout this battle. And right now, Geralt.
Nice early pick into the you gotta lose the Ash though.
Yeah, that's big right there, as picks are going back and forth, and while getting a nice knock off there on Tamagotchi, and we're gonna start over. And that was a pretty good team fight right there.
When you're not going to be running a dive composition of your own with the mobility, it really does help to have that Lucio get out of spawn. Light emitter, of course, for OutCasts already on the Lucio, so just being able to set up shop earlier can help you so massive in these mirrored map settings.
Yeah, that's big right there, as KP getting close to their ult. Coalescence going to be popped up right there. Trying to find some sort of value right here, as they're all kind of over in this corner right now. Trying to wait for the right opportunity. Lightimeter going above, seeing if they can find that all right there. Did I coming through? Garros gets two, though, getting the pharmacy down right there. Some absolutely massive picks right there. Had to dump a nice couple of ults to do it, but certainly well worth it, as we're sitting at 40%, and it's increasing little by little as we go along here.
Yeah, this is kind of yikes to me, man. I think, but now for running ball hog, I don't understand. I think it's fine. I think you just need to just run your anti dive, man. I don't get this, man. I really don't get this.
I don't either. It's strange, as they are gonna puff out this Prime Rage. KP trying to go to work right here. Go for the hook. Almost gets caught in that, but just having to use his ult to get out of that. Marvel gonna try to find something. Not quite able to find anything, as Bandera's gonna put him down right then and there. Tamagotchi dropping directly afterwards. Still a pretty even fight though, as Marvel's gonna get brought back into the fight. KP dropping in the process. Geralt's gonna get caught up in the mines after taking care of Shinetown. Just Bandera barely able to get out of the well. Almost fell right through right there. With well over 80% taken off this map already. It's not looking good.
Almost doing his best Bart Simpson impression there, getting caught in a well, trapped in a well, but
yeah, but
managing to escape.
Yeah, but Shinetown getting through right there. That is absolutely massive right there. Managing to stay alive in the process is even bigger for them right there. Gotta make sure they don't let anyone else left on this point right here, as they will take it with 99% now sitting over for OutCasts.
Finally able to stabilize, and we're gonna be seeing Marvel going on to the Echo actually. And I do think that Echo against Pharah in the air is definitely in Echo's favor, especially when you do have a Mercy on your side as well. It's sort of even the odds. Just being able to get in, play aggressive, get those sticky bombs in, and then finish off with the focus beam very easy to do on Pharah.
Yeah, that's a big minefield right there, but they're immediately going to get out of that. They would nothing to do with that. NYL's going to drop directly afterwards, going to get caught on the side, but Tamagotchi still gets caught in that somehow right there. Lightman dropping afterwards. It's still a 4v4. Got to get back on that point. You can't just give that up right there, but they're getting point by point. Bandura going to get 2. That's massive. The Mercy Bucket's still on him. Trying to find something more for this team. Those 2 picks aren't going to be in. No! KP just fell directly into the well right there. Light emitter as well. Absolutely massive. It looks like OutCasts were gonna come back in this fight. Pandura creating something, and just KP decided they just wanted to take a dive right there and switch directly into the hole.
And we're going to have the sound barrier online very, very soon. As we pick up now to 60%. Yeah, just miraculously managing to stay alive. It did look like, you know, the Mercy getting the resurrection once again was going to make the difference. Just not enough, and we see some trades now.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's going to go for the res. Mercy almost gets caught out in the process. Mercy does get caught out. Light emitter manages to catch the last shot right there. Javian does manage to catch 2. Both healers are down now for OutCasts. And I wonder if that's just going to be enough to stop them right then and there, as they're going to get knocked out. It's Tamagotchi just following in the favor as well. Just wanted to give it right back, taking his own dive out there. And that could be a colossal failure right there, as they're draining right back
has to be massive. Marvel does have the duplicate as well. Finally now flipping the point back.
Yeah, that's big right there. Right now, Shotdown looking for that thing. Shotdown gets so low right there. Gotta keep those bodies on the point, though. Cannot risk C9ing this right here. Going for the barrage. Gonna catch Marvel. That's a big one. Gonna drop and let's lose his life for that one right there. As Garl's gonna catch him off guard. The res is gonna break up NYL, but KP does drop in the process of trying to bring up that res. Jaiton brought back as well in the process. Garo still putting in that work right now, but eventually being taken out by Shytown right now. And what members of OutCasts are left on this point, trying to fight through at a clear disadvantage though, as that's gonna come through. And there's only Echo left on the point, trying to get that proper rate so they can stall it even longer. They're gonna fall in the hole, almost going back in for that dive right there. And now there's 2 Winsons fighting along on the point right there, as they're trying to stall as long as they can. Mines are coming back through. Tamagotchi sitting 99%, about to have their own. They're getting so low, but they are going to get it just in time to keep this going, as Marvel's going to get knocked into the mines there. Well, OutCast still trying to stay in this fight, and Shinedown dropping as well. Light emitter finding their own kill on Pundera, getting some payback right there. Absolutely massive as Light emitter finding more picks. That's massive right there. Absolutely massive, as going to get caught in the end. Mercy's going to try to go for a res, but just can't stay on the point right there. And OutCast able to pull that one back. Wow.
Looking so dicey. Miraculously, man, able to get the point back. It was really the flip that came in before that final fight, though, that I think sealed it, because BeachHouse was looking like they were in control several times. Miraculously, over and over again, OutCast came back. If OutCast managed to still have control at that point, there were times where I think OT would have it would have been the map over for them, and they would have had it already. Because they had to recap the point, was just never going to happen.
Yeah, that's right there. I think as soon as they took that, basically chalked that one up then and there. But now we're sitting over here at Ruins. Comps have switched up a little bit. Tamagotchi, Avian's still running that at a Resalt Hog right now. But well, KP opting to run for this Ryan Zarya now. Marvel going back onto the Genji as well.
Yeah, OutCast right now on championship points. All they have to do is just win Ruins, and that's going to be it.
Exactly. Tamagotchi is already kind of low in this fight right now. Not looking too good right now. Tamagotchi ends up dropping NYL, getting a nice fire strike in there, going for a pit in the background, finding nothing, unfortunately, in the process, as the rest of them are going to try to engage, but they engage just a second too late at the point. Control is already over with OutCast, and even though KP does drop, there's not much of engagement right there.
I understand taking that fight when you would lose your main tank. You're just giving so much ult charge right now. You can't afford to be doing that.
You can't. You really cannot. As soon as you lost that first pick, you should have dropped out then and there. The fight was basically over with. Like I don't get the Ryan pick now either, man. It's like Ryan Hog. I don't understand this. You're gonna be running Ryan Hog into Ryan Zarya. Guess what? Your Ryan is going to be destroyed. Yeah, but they do I think they do realize that you do see the swap over to the Zarya. But now clear ult advantage is sitting in OutCast's favor right now. This is already not a good start here. Already sitting at 40% though. BeachHouse gonna try to go for that. Shatter comes through, only gonna find one. Not really any value out of that. It's NYL is gonna drop. Deadeye coming on the process. Nice. Girls fights too. Those are absolutely massive. KP coming up with the follow-up right there. Coalescence used, perhaps a little unnecessarily, but Tamagotchi took 2 off the map with him!
Yeah, Rally now used as well. This could be... This is your best chance right now. You have to take advantage of this. You have the picks. You just go forward.
Yeah, it was huge right there. Luck trying to bring this back, not quite there. Sorry, there's only one still standing left on that point, waiting for the reinforcements to come through, and the reinforcements all here. Marvel dropping right now, NYL getting back on the point. Nice counter stun right there as they're going to grab, and that is 3 in that right there. The Rhine is going to be copied by the Roan Echo. And right now, it looks like they're going to be able to take back this fight, though. Even with KP carrying Shinetown, I thought we saw a shatter coming through. Nothing really coming out of it in the end. And with only a little bit of stagger.
The more of this is just looking so dangerous. But now, like, if they had to flip the point at 70%, that's fine. You know, you can get one more. Now at 94, it's basically you have to full hold now. You cannot let this point go.
You can't now. 94%. This is it. This series is now on the line with this one fight.
You might need to use the ground against the blade here, honestly, man. You might really need to shut this down. You have to somehow.
And like they're going for the backer right there, not finding anyone quite yet, looking for it still. And well, it's gonna get a nice pin on Bolix right there. That's massive. The grass comes through, gonna find one, gonna throw in your own blade right there, but NYL already has 2 right there. KP dropping to the blade, but the rest doesn't come back through. Brought back up in the fight. That's a nice shadow right there by NYL. Those are a nice couple of picks to them right there as they're barely through on this one. Not many members left of BeachHouse sitting left on this point. And now, Dad, one by one, they're going to come back on this point, try to get a little bit of stall. Hevion trying to do the best they can, give more time for the rest of the team to get there. But that's a nasty pin right there as he's already below half. He's got to back out, get a little bit more help before the re-engage is here. And now we're sitting at 95% and counting. And they got to touch this point if they want to keep this game alive. But Tamagotchi going to drop. There's a nice fire strike coming through. It's absolutely massive right now. Going through with the pin is massive as well. Rally is out. That's 2 down right now. 1 by 1. Jeremiah is going to end up dropping, but it's not going to be enough. Pick by pick coming through, grabbing whoever is left right now at BeachHouse. And now with no one really left on the side of BeachHouse right now, only one standing at this point, the Rhine might not be able to touch. Just barely not be able to touch, and that's it. OutCasts are going to be your Tier 4 champions.
OutCasts, the Royal Road, dude, out of nowhere, taking down every single high-ranking team, the number 1 seeds, the number 2 seeds, taking down every single person in their way. A machine, you know, in these playoffs, dropping I think only 1 map in their entire run. Absolutely insane. From the 8th place to championship glory.
And it's absolutely massive right there. From a team that you might have, like I said, you wouldn't think much of it looking at the original playoff picture. And as you see them just roll through opponent after opponent after opponent, and you come in here and it seems like a David versus Goliath story. But it just, outside of one map, this just felt like such a dominance by OutCasts. BeachHouse started getting their groove together. But it was.
I think the main thing has just been the Mercy reses. Like, over and over again, just constantly being able to get those off, not camping the bodies, not being able to shut those down, and, you know, yeah, you get the pick, maybe you have the man advantage, guess what, the resurrection comes up every 30 seconds, and just you're just back in it, and the reses were constantly coming through over and over again, you couldn't shut them down, and that to me is really the story of this. That to me, I think, was like, there are a lot of things in the post-mortem we could look at for why BeachHouse was unable to get the job done here, but I think, you know, really just the constant reses from OutCasts coming through, being effective, getting value, the whole team just playing very, very well, the synergy, the ult management, the dive, the coordination, just, you know, brilliant stuff from them.
No, definitely. Their dive was pretty brilliant. Like, I know some people still look at dive in a different light still, but it's not only come. If you know how to make it work, you can make it work. And clearly, it worked out really well for OutCasts here tonight, able to take complete advantage of it, even in places where you think dive wouldn't be as effective. And I don't know. It's still a bit perplexing seeing how this went, but all props to OutCasts for being able to pull this one out and show people how strong of a team they really are.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Just, you know, it's hard to really look at like one player and say, hey, like this person did such a great job. It was really everyone. It was the supports. It was the tanks. It was the DPS. Just constantly outclassing their opponents every step of the way.
Yeah, exactly. It's just wow. I'm still perplexed looking at this, but yes, I don't know. Beach House finally kind of came alive. Like I said, on Rialto, able to hold that first point, and they just weren't able to translate much of the momentum over to control. And that's I was worried about that a little bit, and they really weren't.
Yeah, and it was that last a few moments on well as well. If they just once again like the resurrection able to come through, the stall being effective, being able to frag out, you got to wonder, if they never let that point flip, we'd be playing Lighthouse right now. Could be a completely different story.
It could have been, definitely could have been, and even like we look at even we'll talk about both the monkeys as well, managing to self-destruct themselves, jumping off the point. Like one was what it was, but when you're Beach House and your monkey ends up jumping off the map where you're still in a big team fight, trying to get one pick, it's devastating, especially in a fight that was quite winnable for them as well. It's just you hate to see it.
You do. You absolutely do. It's just like, a few too many mistakes along the way. Things that I think, hey, if this was if they had to play, again tomorrow, say it was like, I don't know, a best of 3 first to 4 or something like that, then maybe we could be seeing a different story. Maybe there's time to calm down and, go again and recover. But you just can't do that in this situation. You have to like go in between maps and, realize, okay, how can we shut this down? How can we make it work? And they found a way to do it on Rialto, shutting down the dive. But then just, I think there's some things they did with their team comps were just so bizarre that going into control, it's like you weren't prepared to shut down the dive. You did it on Rialto. Why couldn't you do it on Well? Why couldn't you do it on Ruins?
Yeah, it's strange. I couldn't tell you what the big difference was and what enabled them to shut it down so hard on Rialto, and then you go into Ilios and you can't even really touch it. It was more back and forth on Ilios. It wasn't a wipe, more so as our first control map in Lijiang was, when Lijiang felt very one-sided over an Outcast. Beach House put more of a fight here, but still, they just, over the course of these 5 maps, they rarely found the solution to taking care of this dive. And even when they did, it felt like it was too little too late. Already being 3-0 in the series and with no momentum on your side, it just gets to a point where sometimes it's too far gone, and it just got to a point where they couldn't bring it back.
Yeah, I think maybe the turning point might be Volskaya as well, just where they were unable to get. They couldn't get more than 55%, even after getting multiple frags over and over again. They just couldn't pull it off. And yeah, I think just Outcast's ability to stabilize and win fights when they are down players is such a very difficult thing to do in Overwatch, and to commit to engagements like that as well, to understand, okay, yeah, we're down 2 players now, where we can still find a way to win this. And the coordination involved in that is just it's risky business, but it can pay off in a huge way, like we saw.
Yeah, it definitely paid off for them very well, and of course it's very shocking to see that. But like, if you have the confidence, if you think you can win a fight when you're down 5-6, 4-6, even if you have the confidence, go for it. If you think you can do it, I mean, go for it. If you have nothing left to lose,
In your ranked games.
Not in your ranked games. No. You will be reported. You will be avoided as teammate. Ladder is quite different from matches like these, I think.
Yeah, that's why we need a team queue, Jeff. That's why we need a team queue.
Team Q.
Team Q. When Overwatch was first being conceived, it was originally supposed to actually have a team of 6 before you even queued up.
Really?
And then they changed it. And then they changed it so that, okay, we're gonna have solo queue, and we're gonna have all this stuff. But the original thing for Overwatch was, it was going to be, okay, gather your friends, and then queue. Then they changed it up. So I think that original idea was good, man. And Team Overwatch is such a when you're playing Overwatch properly in a team and people are like, calling things out and there's coordination, it is a fantastically beautiful game. And
Yeah.
and we see that really, even if it was a 4-1, even if it was pretty much a dominant series from LCAS, it's still, you could see that teamwork, you could see the team play, and that's why we come back to this game. That's why we like organized play like this, and it's fantastic to watch, and it's fun to cast. That's why we're here, and that's why you're with us right now, Chad.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here if we didn't enjoy it. You wouldn't be here if you didn't enjoy it or didn't want to root for one of these teams. I know there's a lot of you rooting for both sides in chat today, and it was great to see. Honestly, I love this. This is why I love doing this. It's
Yeah,
great.
I like the spiciness as well. It's kind of European football-y. Like people are gonna like fight each other in chat. Waving flags and stuff. It's fun. It's good.
Well, I think with that last comment, I think we're gonna end it there. That was the Tier 4, the PS4 Tier 4 finals. And OutCasts are your Tier 4 champions. Thank you for both Hunter and Maza for filling in on the cast here, and I was with me behind the scenes. Thank you all for coming to watch, and we will see you in the next game. Bye.
Cheers.
Adios.